People say many things as words of wisdom. Things like, always be persistent. But what about when you have to quit? Where have you ever heard the saying, a stitch in time saves nine? And yet, good things come to those who wait. Many sayings go back and forth like this, and it's hard to find the truth. It's better to be safe than sorry, but don't become paranoid. And yet, it's only paranoia if it's unfounded, right? All too many sayings contradict one another in this manner, although there is one I have yet to find an exception to, in literature or in life. Don't let the perfect, or the better, be the enemy of the good. Last year, I moved to Sunnyvale from West Sacramento, where I had lived my entire life. When I started 7th grade at SMS, I felt completely alien. It was so different from my old school, from my old life. The school is dramatically larger than my old one. I came from a K-8 where I was one of 100 in my grade, and now suddenly I was one of 400. There was also an atmospheric difference. People here were more focused. The students were attentive and seemed to care about what they were doing, what they said, their working class, etc. This trend also continued with sports and other extracurriculars, resulting in higher achievement in all areas. I felt great. I wasn't the only one who was making an effort to achieve anymore. About a month later, it dawned on me that achievement in many areas seemed elevated in part because there were simply more people. So to be good at something, you had to work hard. I noticed that people seemed to need to be perfect at what they were doing, or they weren't good. People were hurting themselves by trying to be the best, aka perfect, in an area. The atmosphere was, and still is, one of expertise, so many only did what they were good at. I was reminded of a time when I was at a cross-country meet. CMS, Cupertino Middle School, had shirts that said, "Never let good enough be good enough" on the back. Why is the bar for adequacy literally impossible to reach? If I worked hard and tried, that's my good. I learned, as I met new people and forged deep friendships, that the people who recognize good as an amount of effort rather than an amount of accomplishment perform the best in an all-around sense, and also are the happiest. One thing, if no other, that I've learned from my life in Sunnyvale so far: don't have a goal of perfection. It will only disappoint and demoralize you. Instead, strive for your own good. Better is relative and unattainable. You can and should work towards it, but don't let it be your aim. It is undefinable. In other words, don't let the perfect, or the better, be the enemy of the good. Created by Voltaire, the favorite phrase of my grandfather, a guiding rule for my dad, and now one of my own principles.